And moving towards that, building the first city, what's the next most important step in your mind?
People want to support it.
Yeah.
And there are many wealthy people that know that this system is no good. And we will depend on them eventually hearing about the Venus Project and offering us land, which is beginning to happen. They're offering us land and finances beginning. We're not in that position yet.
But first we'd like to do a major motion picture that'll get out to the general public, because more people will understand it, and show people in a film what it's like in the city, what it's like to live there and the advantages, and then all the questions that people ask of how you get from here to there, it would show it in the film.
Yeah.
So we feel that's important for our next step.
Yeah, so it's the communication process.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
educating right
communication.
now.
The story is about people in the future.
Yeah.
The film opens 50 years into the future, and then the kids say, how did we get here?
Oh.
And the kids say that. Then camera goes back in time, starts here, shows the Depression, people losing their homes, banks failing. Then it shows people talking about new social way, socialists, communists, back to Jesus. Shows the opposition. You can't have a world like that. Human nature won't permit it. We show all the opposition, everything. Like if you're brought up by women that are very effeminate, if you were, as a baby, brought up by 6 women, and women move differently than men, they say, oh, did I see it gorgeous? You will move just like a woman if you're brought up in that environment. So I wanted to check that out because I don't know that that's so. So I ran cowboy pictures for 2 weeks for 10 little girls, and they were walking around like that. After watching those movies, because when I was a kid, we tended to want to be a fireman or a policeman because that's what we saw, or a cowboy because he had guns. So today kids want to be spacemen, astronauts, scientists because of Star Trek. You know. But Star Trek is people killing each other with laser weapons. That isn't, well, blowing up spaceships. So that's the false aspect. The future's not like that. They take the normal people of today and put them in spaceships. And then you have Captain Bojo. You don't have captains in the future. You don't have to fly the spaceship. They're pre-oriented to get to Mars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't put, if we try to visualize the future, it's the same families and all that stuff. So when I make movies on the future, I have to use families in there. There'll be no families. Most people won't want children. But today, that's normal. So you have to use that if you really want to change people. Otherwise you come at them and know what the hell you're talking about. I wouldn't want to live in your world. Your grandmother, I told you, if you took her to Miami Beach and she saw the girls with their butts hanging out, she'd say they've gone too far. Now she's right where she's coming from, but not today. But you got to understand your grandmother was brought up in a different world. So we teach the kids in school that your parents and your grandfather were brought up at different times and their values are different than ours. But don't look at them as bad. Understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
That the Indian is not stupid. All they do in their culture is dance around a fire, and because that's all they know. That's all they've been exposed to.